Alright, I'm making another video. When people see me and people talk to me and get to know me, they start to notice that I'm different. So I'm just gonna be real here. Sometimes I have that cool sort of front, so I don't let people see that I'm vulnerable or who I actually am. So I know I made a video about how much I appreciate my friends and that I was diagnosed with PTSD. There's another part of the PTSD that I never shared, and that's psychosis. People wonder constantly, possibly some old friends, maybe people I dated, why I isolate, why I detach, how I can feel no emotion sometimes, how I just break out in little, episodes, and how my moods change in a snap. I've been like this since I was a kid. When I'd be outside at recess or I'd be alone, I can hear things. I can hear things talking to me. I can see things. Now, I don't know if they're real or not. In dreams, I have had spirits give me messages, but I hear voices in my head. When I went to bed last night, I heard some guy's voice in my head trying to talk to me. I looked around my room. I knew nothing was there. A couple weeks ago, I seen a black figure at my door. I was scared. I feel like every time I start thinking about something bad that's happened, or that's traumatized me, or that's feared me in my life, I start seeing things. I start believing that they're real when I don't know if they're real. I feel like a part of the psychosis with the hallucinations and the trauma with the PTSD, the flashbacks, the episodes. It used to be a lot worse, but I do feel like I'm not getting any better. My doctor put me on a medication that was supposed to help relax me and make me become stable like a functioning human being. And they made me worse. The more I took them, the more my brain felt worse, and I was actually seeing things more, and, I just felt more unstable and reckless on them. I got addicted to them, and I stopped them finally. So, I don't know why I'm making this video. I just think it's finally time I told the truth about me. And, even as a kid, when I was younger, I'd always ask my parents, am I going to be okay? Am I going to be okay? Am I sick? What's going on? Am I going to be sick? I knew I've had a problem for a long time. And there are still times where, I do ask my parents, am I okay? Or something. My grandma's diagnosed with paranoia psychosis, but I'm diagnosed with the PTSD psychosis. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my paranoia is just as worse. I'm scared of everything. I'm scared of food sometimes. I'm scared of people. I'm scared of life. Some things just mess me up, and I get scared to do things. But I just want to know, I want to let everyone know, maybe the me they don't see. And I guess it's a part of me that I always sort of kept hidden and kept buried, because when small things come up, like I do get abandoned by people, or, you know, some other things happen, I do get messed up, and it's not something I feel like I can control, you know. I do things and things happen that aren't right. I start thinking about things, I start hearing voices in my head, I start seeing things, like I'm home alone. And I've been down here sort of breaking down because I had an issue last night recently. I got in a fight with someone I care about a lot. And, you know, I'm hearing shit upstairs. I run upstairs and I'm like, who's up here? Like, no one's there. Like, but it's always when I'm sort of in a bad state. But sometimes when I'm not in a bad state, I do feel like people are there with me. And, you know, when I do try to be around things, like I'll go to the cemetery and I'll talk and I'll think that spirits can hear me. Like I'll think that, you know, someone's with me. Like everywhere I go, I don't feel like I'm by myself. I feel like something's always around me. And like that may be true, but like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm so messed up sort of that like I can't cope with what's real and what's not. You know, I feel like I got in a car accident when I was 16 and I banged my head, and I literally wrote an essay in college about how I can't remember my life before the accident. Like I don't know if I'm a different person. I don't know if I actually did trauma to my brain, but like I know when I was younger it was still like this. Like I spent a lot of time alone. I spent a lot of time not really as social with a lot of people, and I was really like sort of isolated, and even though I was alone, I was still talking as if someone was there. So it could just be something stemmed from when I was younger, because I went through a lot and I was by myself a lot and didn't have really a lot of people to talk to. So I just want people to know that sort of don't date me, because like I'll think it's a fantasy or an escape thing or a coping thing, because I can't properly function. You know, I get bad thoughts and I just feel like I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to handle this. So the first step is, I guess, admitting that I have this PTSD psychosis and I have been in mental health. I have, you know, been through some stuff. So I just want people to see and finally know the side of me that they don't. When I go out and I hang out with people, I'm just like, yeah, let's go, man. Like, let's go shoot some pool, and like we're all just chilling and I'm like crazy and having a good time. Meanwhile, you know, I have these issues. So the only person that's ever been able to at least attempt to understand me, that can basically say something and know me inside out, was my friend James. But that's just because I told him everything. So now, instead of just sort of telling one person, I want to tell everyone, because I want people to know who I am, and I don't care if you like me or not. I just want to be real. I just want to be real. I don't want to be fake, and I don't want to be a poser or anything like that. So I'm sorry if any of this triggers anyone. It probably shouldn't, but it's a hard thing to do, and I just hope that eventually I can get better somehow. I don't know how, but I'm glad that I got this out. And, you know, if anyone else is struggling with PTSD, psychosis, depression, anxiety, whatever the case may be, I'm sorry that it's like that for you. And I know what it's like because I literally hear voices in my head and no one's fucking there, I don't think. Like, I don't know. Like, I was trying to sleep and some guy was literally telling me some shit and I was like, what the hell? Like, trying to calm me down and I was like, whoa, like, there's no one here. And like, it was like some young voice. Like, I was like, what the hell? Like, it wasn't a voice that I could pick up on knowing who it was. It was just a male's voice. I've heard a girl's voice before. I've heard screaming in my head. Like, I've heard a girl's voice saying I'm not enough, I'm not good enough when I was dating people. Shit like that. So, again, if you want to be my friend, that's cool. I'm not going to hurt no one or anything. I just wanted people to know my problem, that, you know, I do have PTSD, I experience trauma, I experience voices in my head, I see hallucinations, I'm, I guess, delusional. I don't know what's going on most of the time when all this stuff's happening or when it's not happening, so I can't properly cope with reality and what's going on. And it's not because of, you know, I've been high, I've gotten high before. It's not like that. It's, I was put on a medication, but this was before the medication too that I've experienced all this. I feel like it hasn't helped, which is why I stopped. And also because I was going through some stuff with it, so I just stopped. And so I just want people to know, like, the real me. And why, you know, sometimes they say, Kat, like, you're crazy. And it's like, yeah, I actually am. Like, I'm legit, like, crazy. And, like, I don't want to, like, have people get close to me and then, like, get their life fucked up or, like, ruined because I can't properly see the way the world is. So, I'm sorry if I have hurt anyone or anyone's life or any people. There are some things I have sort of went with my feelings with and my instinct, but I just want everyone to know, and I'm sorry. That's it.